moved by pallbearers. He had died on the 5th of November. A tragic story for a man who has been loved and respected by many people across the globe, especially for his love for democracy and his defense of Nigeria's democracy in the midst of a region where the tenets of democracy were grossly undermined. He stood his ground and championed the causes that led to the military as we know it right now, speaking up and standing for Nigeria's democracy. Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja's body in that casket as we're looking at it right now. Such a heartbreaking situation, and we have been speaking to a lot of the members of the Nigerian army, talking about the sort of man Taoreed Lagbaja, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja was. The brass of the Nigerian military are all here, have been here all morning, waiting the arrival of this body from Lagos in an unprecedented situation where, it's called to mind, what sort of legacy the members of Nigeria's military have and what they leave behind in service of their country. We have here, like I said earlier, the top brass of Nigeria's military paying their respects here. This is called the Guard of Honor. And this Guard of Honor will be done, his body will be taken across the red carpet. That red carpet will lead up to the military brass and, of course, the band and everyone paying their last respects to Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. After that, his body will be taken to an ambulance, which is waiting at the end of this red carpet. And when his body gets to the end of that red carpet, it will go into that ambulance, be sent to a resting place, where it will then finally be interred tomorrow at the National Cemetery. And just a little bit about the man whose boots we're seeing on his coffin right now, the man who we have all been speaking about for quite a while, a man who is being honored by a lot of people around the world. Taoreed Abiodun Lagbaja was born on the 28th of February in 1968. He died tragically on the 5th of November 2024 after a brief illness. Nigerian Army Lieutenant General served as Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff from June in 2023 when he was appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu till November of 2004 when we were tragically informed of his demise. He was appointed on the 19th of June, really, in 2023 by President Bola Tinubu to succeed Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, a man of great honor and well respected, as you can see there on your screens, his boots on his coffin, and of course his colleagues there, setting things aright and getting ready for this guard of honor in honor of a man who has been described by millions as a great defender of democracy and one who has stood up for democratic principles and led his men right. A man who many people have respected over the years for the way he has carried himself, from the way he has worked with his men. It's been weeks of mourning, really, for the Nigerian army in the wake of this tragic situation. We are here now at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, where we're paying respects, a guard of honor by the military brass for the late Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, the late Chief of Army Staff. Of course, there is no void in the military. Someone has already taken up the acting position for the Chief of Army Staff of Nigeria. But today, the man who died, the former Chief of Army Staff, I think we can call him now, being given a guard of honor by the military bars of the Nigerian military. Such respects are being paid here, such a somber occasion, and one that many people, have been talking about. It's the beginning, really, of a number of events that will be following the death of Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja. There's going to be some sort of get-together this evening where he will be celebrated. And then, of course, he will be finally buried tomorrow at the National Cemetery right here in Abuja. And we're giving you these visuals live, as we said earlier, from the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport.
National salute is being rendered. Where the press and while procession is on to currently face salute.
The Guard of Honor continues right here at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport for the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja. These men, these 6 men you're looking at on your screen right now, are going to be his pallbearers. They will be taking that body across the red carpet, all through the rank and file, and of course the military brass of the Nigerian military, paying their final respects to the man who they have come to know and love over the years.
I did mention earlier, equally streamed on Nigerian Army platforms. You may do well to join us in this solemn ceremony. The acting Chief of Army Staff, right behind the remains of our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff, leading a procession in last respects
to our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General T.A. Lagbaja, Nigerian Army Medical. May I inform that our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff was appointed Chief of Army Staff in June 2023 and has held the appointment of Chief of Army Staff for a total of 1 year and 4 months, leading the Nigerian Army to garner several honors across various theaters of operation. Our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff, an esteemed infantry general of exceptional qualities, renowned for his unwavering patriotism and love for country.
And then the background, you're listening to the military giving their respects to the late Chief of Army Staff, of course, standing right at the back of that coffin, is Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatobosun Oluyede, who is now the acting Chief of Army Staff. And as we had told you earlier, his body is making his way all the way now to that ambulance. And of course, the body, of course, will be sent to rest for a while until its final interment tomorrow at the National Cemetery. So we're having this happening live right here at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. There you have it, the coffin carrying the body of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, making its way right now into that ambulance, where to rest for a while. And then, of course, like we told you earlier, his final resting place will be at the National Cemetery tomorrow. Of course, there you have it. Very solemn guard of honor given to a man who was loved by so many. He was married to Maria Abiodun Lagbaja, and the father of 3 children with such a pedigree, one that has been respected over the years. He has the respect and love of his men, the respect and love of the media, of course, who have been working with him over the years. And his body is being put into that ambulance, as you can see right there on your screens.
May I please request cameramen not to lead the process of conveying the remains of our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff.
And his remains have been put into that ambulance.
Thank you.
Such a solemn guard of honor that has been given to a man who was respected by his colleagues and by his superiors. And of course, many people from the Nigerian Defense Academy, where he had his BSc, are here. The United States Army War College has a lot of people who are here as well. And we're looking at the acting Chief of Army Staff standing right there, a towering figure, paying his respects as the body is put into the coffin. He will be having very big shoes to fill. And I think that is something that is not lost on the acting Chief of Army Staff. He's aware of the sort of man he is going to be replacing. And it is a very solemn, important moment in Nigeria's military history. And there we have it. The celebrations and the commemorations will continue, of course, this evening. Well, right now, the Army Command and the Naowa Hospital in Abuja are the ones who own this ambulance. and the ambulance will now be taken for a place of rest until it will be time for it to be buried tomorrow at the National Cemetery. And we are live here at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, where the body of the Chief of Army Staff, the late Chief of Army Staff, has just been put into an ambulance and, of course, will be sent to a final resting place in a few minutes, getting ready for its final interment, which will be holding tomorrow, like we said earlier, at the National Cemetery right here in Abuja. Quite a solemn event, and, of course, it will be wrapping up very shortly. The acting Chief of Army Staff will be escorting this body as it makes its way to a resting place until its final interment tomorrow. And that is what we're looking at right now on our screens as this guard of honor gradually grinds to a halt. And with that, we come to the end of this particular live coverage of the Guard of Honor for the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tari Lagbaja. His body has arrived, and as you can see, it is being taken in those ambulances, escorted by the acting Chief of Army Staff to a place where it will rest until it is time for its final interment tomorrow at the National Cemetery. And with that, we come to the end of today's broadcast. We return you now to Lagos for regular programming. I am Kayla Nagwa.